You guys both have allergies here.
Oak.
I've been lucky. You must be allergic to the same thing. That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
It's just water.
Just water.
People get choked.
Well, that's all PP is too. It's just water. Just water. Just fluids are all just water. Yeah. Basically, that's the majority of what they're comprised of.
Mike.
I know you are.
I'm like the cleanest person ever.
You're pretty clean. Yeah.
Top.
I don't want you blowing snot on my arm or anything, but I do believe you're clean.
It's just water.
Just water.
It's a little bit of pollen.
A bit. Anyway, so we're gonna get in trouble for that.
You're gonna wipe that up? No, it'll freaking evaporate in 10 seconds. It's already gone. Right?
Yeah. All right, there's a big one over there on that rock. I remember that. That's all you do.
All you OGers probably remember this place. This is my old house. No, I didn't buy the house back, but yes, we're gonna do a pretty cool transformation out here. This is the project that I wanted to do when I lived here. And my friends Lena and Craig have, they basically lent this to me because I wanted to do another outdoor kitchen. So this outdoor kitchen is typical early 2000s style. And the plan here is to modernize. We're gonna go single level and then really upgrade some of the things that were a real problem for me. One, the hood vent doesn't work.
Yeah,
it vents out the side, and then it
just swirls around.
The way the wind sort of blows across the house comes right back in here.
Yep.
And then we're going to obviously upgrade the appliances. We're going to put a BGE in, which I haven't done, big green egg. So I've never done one of those. We're going to do Perlick undermount refrigeration ice maker, and then all NatureCast cabinets. It's going to be really, really sweet.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
We're going to go away from the tile countertop to
solid surface,
solid granite. It's going to be really, really cool.
And we're coming out straight now instead of having this angle.
Right, we're going to have an L-shaped type setup. It's going to be really amazing. Havens metal sink, Waterstone faucet. We're going to improve the lighting. All the things that I dreamt of doing, we're going to do for Lena. And we're going to make it really, really
maybe
cool.
You should have just kept this place. It is pretty darn cool.
Yeah. So anyway, transformation project. We're going to do this one a little bit differently, I think. I don't think we've already shown you all the real detail, the DIY part, and some of the, like Helen house and my house. This one I'm hoping to maybe make a little more entertaining and just do build heavy, transformation heavy, less of the minutia, and really take this area and make it really freaking cool.
Yeah, it's going to be nice.
Yeah.
All right, so day one we're going to start. We're not really doing a typical demolition. We're going to deconstruct this kitchen more than anything. So Lena's dad wants to repurpose the cabinets, the grill. So rather than just smashing everything with a hammer, which is sometimes fun, I'd really prefer to actually deconstruct it. Yeah. So we're going to take the counters off first. Try to do that as gently as possible. And then we'll get the base cabinets out, probably remove this wall. All right, so I guess we get started.
Yeah, so what's your plan of attack? I mean, what's your
What we're gonna do first is take counters loose. So I'm gonna probably break this across here, cut this with a skill saw, take it loose and just do it in chunks as much as we can, as gingerly as we can. So what we'll do is remove all this, lay the new unit out with tape, figure out what's gonna be covered, what isn't, and then I'll just have to add in flagstone where it's needed. Probably some of this angle possibly will be exposed, so we'll just fix that up, make it look like it was meant to be.
All right, Mike.
All right, I guess we get after it. I think we could, honestly, I think if I disconnect all this electrical, we can just kind of heave-ho this wall over.
Tell me your plan, Mike.
You know, I try to have a plan. You know, it's good to have a plan. Hey Mike, you want one of these Lutron GFIs, Mike? So what we found out here is there was what looked like this was a bottom plate on top of this flagstone. Somehow or another, this plywood carries down past and it's sandwiched between this 2x and the flagstone on the other side. So we're gonna have to try to get this out of here. Now, I think what we'll do is try to cut it off right now down here because we're gonna have to blend in some more flagstone to patch this hole, what will be a hole. So I think they framed all this out ahead of time when they built the house and then had all the flagstone put in and then went ahead with the cultured stone after the fact. It's well made, well built.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, so we'll cut this loose and then get it out of here and then do the same all the way across. I'll just zip all the way through that. I see these guys left us some gems. We should check out what's here. Oh, it's still got Coke in it, Mike. Mountain Dew. I've never heard of that.
Celeste. Comment down below if you know.
Oh,
what that
some
is.
Nesquik purple chocolate milk. Oh no, pourable, sorry. Purple. If you were the one that worked on this and you drank these things, if you're still alive from drinking all these on the daily at your job site, at least it's a variety, I suppose.
Diet.
You know? Diet? Oh, diet. So you went for the full-on chocolate milk, regular cola. I'm assuming that was Coke, but you wanted to limit yourself with some diet Mountain Dew.
Oh, it might have been the assistant or something. You never know.
Maybe. Well, I don't know. This brand is kind of an
It's a
offset.
knockoff, yeah.
That's, what's it say there? Well, remember, this house was built in like 2000 and something, 2005 maybe?
This is the modern era right here.
That is the modern era.
All right, well, yeah, it's a big difference. I want to say ours does end right here though, but it's straight.
Yeah.
So I think it'll feel more inviting rather than trying to close it off, you know? So I think we hauled about probably, I don't know, a couple thousand pounds worth of stuff out of here. We're getting there. This little piece of wall to take out. I'm gonna have to go on the other side and cut the cultured stone nicely against this post here. So, but I want to take this layer off first so I can get to the back side, and I got to get this wiring through. Take this 2x off of here, pull the wiring through. But this is the last bit of demo aside from the pressure treated stuff that's in the floor. Before we get started on the new part of the kitchen, we have to fix what's here so we have something flat to mount our cabinets on.
You get the rest of this out.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the rest of this out and then try to get all this lumber out of the ground like I did over there. I still have one more to take out. There's 3, it's stacked 3 high. So they put three pressure treated 2x4s on flat. You need a nice piece of pressure treated lumber, Mike? So, one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this out and then we'll put flagstone here, and the flagstone will cantilever over this existing cultured stone. So most everything is demoed with the exception of this, this bottom sill plate. So we'll get that out tomorrow. I'll probably, I'm gonna come in with I've got a blade, carbide sawzall blade. I'll cut along the bottom of that, because I want to leave as much of that intact, because I'm not sure if that plywood carries down below and I don't want to disturb all that cultured stone on the other side if I can avoid it. So we'll get this all cleaned up, come back tomorrow, take this out, this little piece out with the right tool, and then we'll probably lay out cabinets with some tape, figure out where they're going, what I have to fill in. Because as you can see, if I just placed stone in here, it would be obvious that, because it's supposed to be random, right? So what I have to do is take like one side, chip it or cut it randomly, and then fit. What I'll do is take stones that we have, I'll break them. What I'll do is set them in place over this, and then mark around where that piece wants to go. I'll cut the surrounding pieces, and then it'll fit right in like a puzzle piece. So that's kind of how I'll do it.
Figure out the level, huh?
Yeah, it's definitely not on the same plane. I don't think it's, because what they probably did is out here, and then as I think over here it's fine, but as you get over here, I feel like it goes uphill. So this and this are definitely, this is a step down on this side compared to this side. So that's going to be a bit of an issue depending on, because if you're standing here, you don't want to be having a stone that comes downhill. But Matty Mormon just couldn't let things alone. He sells the house and still has to come back and modify it.
All right, so what we're working on here today is laying out, because we got to do all the flagstone work before we can start working on the cabinets. So we're coming off the corner, laying out where the grill cabinets are, which you'll see there, and then right here is where we're going to turn. Yeah, this color turned out way better than I even thought. This is probably my new favorite color. I thought this was a bold choice, based on the sample, because it has a lot of white in it, but it turns out great. Did 100 deadlifts today.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a little chipping here to make it look somewhat staggered, but
yeah,
that's easier than trying to tie it in, because if it covers it partially, it won't look like we filled the slot.
Right, because you're not going to see the back slot.
Right,
You're only seeing the front.
It's hidden.
So our appliances will be flush.
I'll probably chunk this piece out like this, take this whole piece out. That way this looks like a whole piece going this way. I mean, the key is just trying to make it look natural, like we didn't afterthought this.
Right.
We're gonna definitely have to do here, I'm gonna have to chip both sides. Probably chip this piece out, this piece, and maybe part of this or something, just so it looks random.
Yeah.
So here's a nice big one.
Oh yeah.
It's the Mormon stockpile area here.
Yeah. These two big ones
8 years ago, he planned this job, and he prepared for it by stockpiling some rocks.
No, these were from the foreigners, then from me, then to Lena. Your height difference with this one probably isn't going to be.
No, that's too thick. I need them thinner, actually. Help you out with some of the weight.
These tires flat.
I don't think they ever carry anything this heavy.
And it's, there's some big ones in here. Like this is a big piece
That's
here.
a giant one. That's probably how big that one out there is.
I mean, this one here is big, so we can absorb the big old pieces. Still have it look good.
Like that. And then we just need a piece here. I might be able to finagle this in a different way.
Piece it together.
That should be good. Something to work with now. Of course, I'm gonna have to lay everything out exactly how it goes. Trace around it with a Sharpie. Get my diamond wheel on my grinder and slit the surrounding stone. Chip that away down deep enough that I can wet set these in, and that'll be that. So what I did was I put these in and traced them, right? So that way it'll go in like that, and then I'll go ahead and wet set those in. So you can see I made lines here, and I've traced it with a Sharpie, and I come back with my grinder and slit this down as deep as I can get. Obviously the corners you can't get down real deep, but I've had to do the same thing here, and that's the result. So there's another piece that's obviously here, we've cut up to here. I still have this line to take care of all the way around. And then I'll kind of get them all dry fit, make sure they're good, and then we'll mix up a bunch of mortar and get them set in. This unfortunately slopes quite a bit here, so I'm not so sure how I'm gonna make this work, but I'm gonna do my best. Go ahead and go ahead. So are we good? Okay. Okay, so the stone's ready to go in. So I've done all the free cutting, set all the stones in. Hopefully if you guys are doing your outdoor kitchen, you're not gonna have to do this, because hopefully it's a blank slate, because this adds another couple of days to the process. And it's a lot of dusty work, it's noisy, and it's a mess.
Yeah.
So, but we're almost through that part. It'd be fun to start setting the cabinets in place.
It does look good though. I like the randomization.
Randomization, Michael. So, I like that. That's a new word. Is that a wobble word? Yeah. You know your videos, once you take the raw footage and convert it, you know it's been wobified.
Is that what it is? That's
Yeah.
what you guys define it
Yeah,
as?
it's wobified. Yeah, you're an artist, Mike. So we're gonna clean up and make a Home Depot run. We're hopping in Tundy and going to grab some mortar at Home Depot.
This has got to be a low mileage ton.
It is. It's got infinity miles on it, Mike.
Is that right?
It's to be exact, it's got 445,282 miles.
Oh, it just got broken in.
It's well, at break-in period's at 450, Mike.
Gotcha. Do you think people think we're weird, Mike? Yes.
Probably.
What do you look for here when you're picking your mortar?
Well, there's a rock veneer mortar, which it might be a little more manageable. And then we got the 60-pound sacks over here. So let's grab a couple of these. Trevor?
It's nice to have a trailer.
I
to
got
just load up.
it is. Now I can just sit back. I got important emails. I got
Do some important emailing.
important emailing while he's doing that.
That's good.
It's good stuff, Mike. How about a grab bag too?
Oh yeah, this is what you're talking about?
That's a grab bag. So you fill that up and then you squeeze it like you're topping a cake like this, you know.
Nice.
All right, so here we are in the morning, getting the flagstone set in. So this is the only rock we had to deal with, could use here. So there's some areas where this rock here, for instance, this looks like a big fat joint, but it's really not. What it is the rock, see how it sloughs like this? This one takes a big deep dive and it looked funny, so I ended up filling that. I don't really like big joints like that. I like them kind of like this, you know. Same thing over here, this rock dives down, but this is all we have to work with, so we're making it look the best we can. So I get this all set in, and then as I mentioned in previously, this is much higher than this. Over here it's pretty level, but as we get further away, the elevation of this and this is much different. So fortunately the cabinets come up to right about here. So what we're gonna end up doing is sloping these rocks slightly towards that way so they finish out. That's all I can do. It's gonna look fine. It's better than a void in the concrete, or in the deck, I should say.
So what's the technique? I mean, what are we doing here?
You know, I watched it on YouTube last night, Mike.
Nice.
No, I'm kidding. So the technique is using Type S mortar. Get it not soupy, but here, this consistency, like this, right? Get it filled in and kind of wet set them in, squish them around, get them as close to this level and this level as I can, and then come back behind and fill in the joints, float them out with a sponge, and kind of clean up after myself on the way to this end. I think I may have overestimated on the amount of mortar I might need, probably gonna need 3 out of the 6 bags. So, but this is gonna take quite a bit out here because this is pretty low. We'll see where we are. I think right now we're at 3 bags, Trevor?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at 3 bags right now. So let's carry on. So, you know, the only thing that would make you feel better is if people like and subscribe. This is not my trade, so I've done it before plenty of times, but not what I've done for a living, so bear with me. And this one goes here. Okay, so I think this is a wrap on prepping for the cabinet install. This is done. It's got to set up for a while. We're going to take off, go do some work at OGHQ while this is getting set. And then I think what we'll do is, we may not capture this, but I'm going to come fill this in later after this sets up. We'll mix up some concrete and fill this in at least up to about here, because we know cabinets are going across here. And then we'll deal with this detail as well. So, but I think this should wrap this part of the install. I think we'll do another episode, right, Mike? Yeah. For cabinet install.
I think
so this will be it.
Kind of just setting the groundwork.
Yeah, so this was a lot more than you would normally have to do to prep to do an outdoor kitchen. Hopefully, if your kitchen is non-existent, you can just have a blank slate to build on. But we had to do quite a bit of work to get to this point. But I think we're just about ready. So, like I said, we'll spend the rest of the day just clean this up, do some stuff at OGHQ, and then we'll start putting the cabinets in place tomorrow, I think.